Hey guys, it's me and let's go for another turbo list. Today we are diving into something a little bit different, the top 5 tunable diesels under 5,000 euros. And yeah, you heard it right, it's diesels. The highway kings, the torque monsters, the daily drivers that can actually surprise way faster cars after you give them some tune. These are the cars that can prove you that you don't need a petrol car to have fun. Just a turbo, a good remap, and of course a big smile. So let's see which diesel deserves the crown. Kicking off our list at number 5, of course we got the true diesel legend, the Mark IV Volkswagen Golf 1.9 TDi. This thing might not sound exciting on paper, but trust me, it's one of the toughest and most tunable diesel engines out there. The 1.9 PD TDi puts out around 105 horsepower stock, but here's where it gets fun. With just a simple stage 1 remap, you're already looking at 135-140 horsepower and a huge amount of torque boost. Add a better intercooler, an exhaust and a clutch that can handle these, and you're easily pushing 160 horsepower or more. Yeah, I know 160 horsepower doesn't sound like a lot, but trust me, the Golf is light, and with this 160 horsepower, it pairs with 250 Newton meters of torque, which is a lot. Now obviously the Golf isn't a track monster, but it's built on the same platform as the MK5 GTI, which means it's great base for tuning. Throw on a set of coilovers, wider tires and an upgraded race sway bar, and it transforms from a basic diesel daily into a proper little backroad toy. And since parts are everywhere, it's one of the easiest and cheapest car to build and maintain. Yeah, of course I know they are not perfect. The PD injectors can be a bit sensitive, and for some reason all the models can smoke like a chimney if they are not well maintained. And yeah, I also know it's not the fastest on the list, but it makes up for it in reliability, torque and tuning fun. So if you're getting a diesel on the budget, this is the perfect starter for you. You can daily it, you can abuse it, and it'll just keep running. Alright, now at number 4 we got something a bit more unique and maybe underrated also, a Skoda Octavia VRS TDi, the ultimate sleeper diesel from the 2000s. Under the hood sits the 2-liter TDi engine making around 170 horsepower stock, but this thing has massive tuning potential, trust me. A stage 1 revamp will easily take it to 200 horsepower and over 400 Newton meters of torque. That's a loads of torque. Add the bigger turbo, upgraded intercoolers and the performance exhaust, and you're suddenly pushing 230-250 horsepower with a ton of torque, which means 500 at least. Also, the Octavia shares this platform with the Golf GTI, which means the handling is already solid. Throw in a good set of coilovers, upgraded brakes, sticky tires, and you've got yourself the car that feels way sharper than it looks. It's a definition of a sleeper. It's quiet, comfortable, but capable of embarrassing much more expensive cars than itself. Of course, this is also not perfect. 2-liter TDI can have injector problems, DPF issues if it's been neglected, and maintain history is a key in these cars. Also, as the Octavia is being a bit heavier than the Golf, it's not quite as nimble, but for highway pulls and daily fun, it's an absolute killer. The Octavia VRS TDi is one of those cars that does it all. Practical, tunable and seriously fast, when built right of course. It's the kind of car that your parents would approve of, until they feel the boost kick in. We are starting our top 3 list with a luxury coupe, which is the Mercedes-Benz CLK270 CDi. It is the one car that secretly pulls like a freight train. Under the hood you will find the legendary 2.7-liter 5-cylinder turbo diesel, smooth, torquey and built to last. Stock it makes around 170 horsepower with 400 Nm of torque, which is a lot, but hear me out, with just a remap it can easily push around 210 horsepower and nearly 500 Nm of torque. Add the bigger turbo, upgraded intercooler, and you have a highway missile that can keep up with modern AMG models, of course, in a straight line, all while sipping fuel. Now this isn't your lightweight hatchback, the CLK is all about balance. It's smooth, aggressive, and surprisingly capable when you throw it into a corner. A good set of coilovers and sport tires make a lot of difference. They turn this comfortable cruiser into a proper, aggressive sports car that can handle twisty roads with ease. And the rear-wheel drive setup, pure Mercedes charm, plenty of torque and plenty of fun. Of course it's not perfect. It's heavier than most of the cars on the list, and an automatic gearbox can feel a bit lazy if not being serviced properly. Rust can be an issue on early models, and with any Mercedes diesel, regular maintenance is key. But if you keep it healthy, it'll go forever. The CLK270 CDi is that rare mix of style and brute force. It's elegant on the outside, but under the surface, it's a torque monster waiting to wake up. Alright, now at number 2, we got the second generation Audi A3 2-liter TDI again. The perfect blend of efficiency, performance and tuning potential. This 2-liter turbo diesel is one of the most tunable engines Audi ever made. Stock it delivers around 140-170 horsepower, depending on the version you get, but with a simple stage 1 remap, you're instantly looking at 200 plus horsepower and over 420 Nm of torque. Throw in a better intercooler, exhaust or a turbo upgrade, and you can easily push 230-240 horsepower while still keeping it reliable and efficient. The A3 handles just like you would expect it from an Audi. Stable, grippy and predictable. If you get the Quattro version, you can absolutely destroy corners, even in the rain. It just digs in and it goes. Upgrade the suspension and brakes and suddenly this practical daily turns into a proper highway weapon that can take on cars twice its price. Though it could have some issues also, the 2-liter TDI has a few weak spots, mainly EGR valves, DPF filters and injectors, but most of these are easy fixes or upgrade opportunities if you're planning to tune it anyway. Regular oil changes and clean fuel are key to keeping it happy. So yeah, the second gen Audi A3 2-liter TDI is one of those cars that does everything well. It's fast, efficient, comfortable and endlessly tunable. And the best part, you can daily it all year round, have fun on weekends and still average around 6 liters per 100 kilometers. What else would you want from a car like this? And now finally at number 1, we got the king of diesel tuners, the BMW 320d E90. This car defines the term driver's diesel. Under the hood you'll find the legendary 2-liter turbocharged M47 or N47 depending on the year. Both known for being smooth, torquey and incredibly tunable. The stock power is around 163-177 horsepower, but with a simple stage 1 remap, you're instantly looking at 210-220 horsepower with over 450 Nm of torque. Add the better intercooler, exhaust and clutch upgrade, and these engines can handle close to 250 horsepower all day long. Where the BMW really shines is balance. Perfect 50-50 weight distribution, rear-wheel drive and that classic BMW steering feel. It's what makes every drive special. Even as a diesel, the E90 feels alive. The chassis reacts beautifully, it's aggressive when you want it to be, and it's composed when you're just cruising around. Throw in a set of coilovers or maybe an LSD and suddenly the economical sedan becomes a full-on driver's car. Now I need to tell you about the warnings also. The N47 engines had timing chain issues if neglected, so always check the service history. On the other hand, the M47 can only have the typical diesel maintenance stuff, so keep an eye on EGR and DPF systems. But if you take care of it, this car will definitely serve you for hundreds of thousands of kilometers easily. So the 320d is the perfect all-rounder, fast, efficient, fun and still classy. It's a car that you can take to work during the week and blast through back roads on the weekend with a grin on your face. It has endless tuning potential, and that's why for me the E90 320d is the ultimate tunable diesel. Period. So there you have it, the top 5 tunable diesels under 5,000 euros. From the bulletproof Golf and the sleeper Octavia VRS to the torque monster BMW 320d and CLK270 CDi, these cars can prove that diesels can be just as fun and tunable as any petrol car out there. Which one would you tune first? Let me know in the comment sections down below. I would love to see what you guys think about these cars. So if you enjoyed this list, please smash that like button, hit subscribe for more awesome builds and budget car finds, and as always, stay very positive, drive safe, and I see you in the next one. Bye bye!